Have you ever heard the saying that death and taxes are the only constant in life? Well, a judge today ruled that attorneys are also a part of that. So I guess we have a new phrase. So today, a judge ruled that Johnny Depp must pay $38,000 to the ACLU for document prep. And while that does seem like a lot of money, it could be a lot worse, and we're going to get into that. But first, welcome to Venture First. My name is Alex, and remember, in order to venture deeper, one must venture first, and that's exactly what I'm here to do today. So without further ado, let's just jump into this. So June 2nd, the day after the verdict came in for Johnny Depp in favor of Johnny Depp, the ACLU made a statement that they were going after Johnny Depp for $86,000 for document prep. So what does this mean? It means that because they had to search their documents, their digital documents that they have stored for, certain occasions like this, they said that because they had to do the work, that he owes them for the labor involved. And that came out to $86,000. So they're saying a senior associate worked for about 40 hours at roughly a rate of $800 an hour for a total of $30,940. A junior associate worked for almost 80 hours at a rate of $500 for a total of $39,000. And a litigation support manager worked for 17 hours for $336 for another $5,700. And another litigation analyst worked for 31 hours at a rate of about $295 for roughly $91.51. So they're saying that their senior and junior associate should get paid roughly $30,000 to $39,000 each. This is an entry-level job. This is document prep. This is document search. This is a job that could have been done by the two people that were charging $200 an hour instead of $500, $600, $700, $800 an hour. So this to me seems like a grift, which is a pretty popular term going around these days in this scene, isn't it? They said that they went through about 7,500 documents and prepared a roughly 1,909 responsive documents for production in response to subpoenas. So this is not uncommon that they should get money for reimbursing for having to do work up front. The issue is that they're trying to stretch these numbers using senior level employees to do low level work and claiming that we need this much more money in order to cover that. That is not their fault that you decided to use someone of that skill level to do that type of work. So now that we've talked about the full cost, I want to get into why the $38,000 is not that bad, even though it still is a little bit above what I believe it should be. It is still not that bad in consideration that it could have been $86,000. And in reality, with how the current landscape is in the judicial system, there could have most definitely been a judge to rule that way. So we all know that the judge ruled that he owes $38,000, but this is not where this ends, and this is where some controversy has started. And it says, Ingaron, the justice, emphasized that nothing about his being a member would pose a conflict in the fee dispute. So it seems like he's a member or a donor of the ACLU, and some people said that that would cloud his judgment. I don't think it did. I think he was pretty fair, and it was somewhere right in the middle of that. So he took the $86,000 and lowered it by over half. Johnny Depp does have a lot of money, yes, and the ACLU does deal with a lot of finances, and a lot of money goes through there, and a lot of people have to get paid in order to do those things. So I feel like they did kind of meet in the middle. I think that $10,000 to $15,000 would have been more fair in reality, but the fact that he didn't rule and say you have to pay the full $86,000 just because I'm a donor and I say so, I think it's pretty fair. I don't see a huge issue with that. Some others might, but I personally don't. We all know that he was going to have to pay some sort of money. No one knew what that money was going to be. We all knew that. That was a fact, and we knew this was coming at some point because we have to push the ACLU to the rear view and get them off his back. That's totally fine. But this quote right here actually had me chuckling out loud when I first read it, and I assume anyone that understands this is also going to get a kick out of this. So the ACLU's lawyer Stephanie Teplin from the firm Patterson Belknap, Webb and Tyler argued that the $86,000 was reasonable reimbursement for production costs and expensive. Ingaron compared her prestigious firm to a Cadillac when all he said was needed for a simple discovery dispute was a Ford. So they're saying, okay, well, he said he needed a Ford and you came out with the Cadillac and that's what you tried to charge him for? That's a little bit of a bait and switch tactic, don't you think? So I personally think that the ACLU kind of was outrageous. I think they knew what they were doing. I think they have it out against Johnny Depp and they are in bed with Amber Heard. And I think this is just another way that they can get back at him. Hopefully this gets settled and all that we know that's left is the appeal and we can get past that with some smooth sailing and then hopefully everything can be on Johnny's terms from here on out. So then they said, yeah, but he asked for thousands of documents and we had to go through all that. They're all digital. Do you know how easy it is to get on a computer and type in Depp, Heard, op-ed, whatever the keyword is, and pull up thousands of documents and go through those? And then they said, well, we could have limited that, but they wanted all of it. Do you think there's a reason they wanted all of it? Do you think that maybe limiting it and having you decide what you send them for a trial that you're involved in, perpetrating a certain act with a certain someone towards another someone? Do you think that was probably on their mind of why they wanted everything to be broad and anything that would help their case? Do you think there's a reason that they wanted that? Think about it, ACLU. Think about it. So you might think this is where this ends, but it's not. The judge said, I did not keep up with the trial. Why are you guys here? How did you get involved in this? And the ACLU's lawyer declined to comment. How weird that you wouldn't tell your donor, a high-ranking legal official, a justice, why you are there. Do you think that's an admission to guilt? Do you think that hurts your credibility? Do you think that gives you bad publicity and might make donors, especially high-ranking donors, maybe not want to be donors anymore? It's pretty telling the Depp side had no issue saying why they were here. ACLU, on the face, you guys are a good organization. You have done good for a lot of people, but you've really done a lot of wrong in this case, and I think you need to own up to that. If you own up to it and just come out and say, we were wrong, I don't know why this happened, I don't know how it got to this point, but we are wrong, we are owning up to our mistake, and we will do better in the future and actually act on that. Some of us might respect you a little bit more because you do have the potential to be a good organization, but right now, you are not showing any signs of that. That's just my piece, and while Depp's lawyers do go on to say $38,000 was fair, I tend to agree it could have been less, and I still would have agreed it could have been a little more, and I still probably would have agreed because at the end of the day, this gets the ACLU off of Johnny's back, and now anything that we hear from the ACLU, hopefully, is brought up by Johnny's side and not Amber or theirs. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that the $38,000 is fair? Please talk to me down in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, in order to venture deeper, one must venture first. And that's exactly what I'm here to do today. Like always, I really do appreciate your time. So until next time, thank you.